And welcome to another California Guy video with your boy California Guy. What's up, everybody, and welcome to this video. This video is a response to Madhead Doctor's video in regards to Tariq Nasheed. Check out Madhead Doctor's video about the leadership. I think I'm going to post a link in the description box. But it was a very good video, and I agree with Madhead Doctor. Now, let me break some points down or add to what Madhead was saying. Now, Tariq Nasheed and Umar. Of course, if you guys look at my previous videos and all over the internet, they have gotten into a squabble. Dr. Umar, Dr. Boyce, and Tariq Nasheed. And over time, Tariq has said stuff about black leadership. He was saying that, Umar it was a bunch of babble, which it wasn't, because it took, like something Madhead said, took 2 days. Now, if people remember in Tariq Nasheed's original broadcast, the first night, he said that, this is a one-shot deal. Then we turn around and you have a second video or show about Umar, and he basically was repeating the same shit. Now, you had another video. Now, Umar did one video. He did only one video. Tariq has done 2 videos, 2 or 3, and Boyce has done about 2 videos itself. Now, and I looked at Jason Black's video today, and it's funny because Jason Black, I know he's friends with them. He looked at it, but he's ducked. He's basically ducked from, and I think I know which way Jason Black is going, but I'm not going to go into that zone right now. You people could probably take a guess. Umar exposed Tariq Nasheed with working with white people. He's exposed him with working with a white film production team and them working in conjunction with white people, when they always talk about white supremacy this, white supremacy that. And he brought his production team was white people, and he had a team. He was trying to get a team from India, by the way, for his computer software for the Crispy game and the More app. One of those, I know he was using Indian engineers. So far, these guys have advocated group economics and black businesses, all that stuff. Then they say stuff about leadership. And I'm going to tell Madhead something. And Madhead probably already knows because he does a lot more videos than I do. He's more, he knows more about these guys than even I do on some things. These black men are anti-civil rights, they're anti-NAACP, they're anti all these different things, but not the way Boyce Watkins, Tariq, and to an extent Umar. So these guys have taken extremist viewpoints for the simple fact that they're basically on the outs. Most of the people that Tariq talks about, like elders, they're fringe people. A lot of them are basically, you barely would know about them unless you're deep into Pan-African or in the conscious community or something like that. So they're out of the mainstream. Some of them are not. It's funny because they were trying to say that Umar was a fraud, when most of the people that Tariq works with, are questioned by academics themselves. A lot of that, they've even been questioned by scholars, mainstream black scholars and white scholars even. So they've been questioned on those fronts. But Tariq and Boyce is trying to explain away the fact that Umar exposed them of fucking with the people that they tell us not to mess with. Now, you could have got a black production team. Now, Tariq's attitude, if you follow Tariq Nasheed's shows, is he tries to be like he's just straight business. He's a pimp, but he tries to go like in this angle, like I'm just straight business. I want shit done. And they have many black production teams out there that could have done the Hidden Colors. Some of them are upstarts and startups. So he travels the country more than all of us. He could have done that. Tariq bragged on his show, like I said in my previous video about how much he has XYZ. He's very tangible. He donates. He does all this different stuff that I guess Umar has never done with the way he's talking. And then you have Boyce Watkins. Boyce got on his ass on the screen. Boyce never liked Umar anyway, and that's to let you guys all know that when I listened to his video the other day on Saturday, him explaining away stuff, Boyce, you know, he has a school also, that I guess a program that he's running for a black millionaire school, which I have no issue with, but he's also running a school himself. And I think, and this is just my personal opinion, it's all about competition with these guys. Boyce and Tariq will fall out too, unless Boyce kisses Tariq's ass. Dr. Umar, Boyce, Black Authority, The Vice Show, with the exception of maybe Willie D, Tommy Sotomayor, of his show, those are all businesses. Now, you know, this not even about being a leader, a civil rights leader. These are all different businesses. These are different black radio, I guess, internet personalities, and they're basically running a business. They do commentary, do their videos, and maybe speaking engagement, but at the end of the day, this is a corporate thing with a lot of these different African American men. And it's not about civil rights, because people we gotta not confuse activism up with radio talk shows or, you know, speaking about stuff. So black people got to learn. We got to separate who's an activist. An activist may be, and you love my Al Sharpton was an activist at one point. Now he's a star. You know, basically, I always went the Hollywood route, but back in the day, Al Sharpton was a activist. Al Sharpton, you know, he would be in New York City. He was trying to be a leader. So him, Jesse, and some different people were trying to be, they were activists. They weren't documentary filmmakers. They weren't putting together films or anything like that. They were actually out there, in the middle of, now whether people love or hate them, you know, you gotta separate an activist. And, you know, if you look at white people, you have white people that's white activists for, you know, trees and shit like that, and pollution and all that stuff. You have activists for that, you know. So, but in the black community, you know, they're trying to break down this activist thing, especially Tariq, and he says tangible. Tariq is not an activist. He's more of an entertainer. He has a business. And he said it in his video. He's a business. He basically shitted on a activist, which is funny. He shitted on Umar, and he was saying how much Umar don't have stuff. And I don't know what Umar has, but he basically was trying to tell us in the video that Umar don't have nothing. Umar being Motel 6. Well, yes, most activists never was at home. Malcolm X was, and I'm not saying Umar's Malcolm X, so I don't want people saying I'm comparing them, but I'm just giving you an example. Most activists barely take money because they're always either speaking or they're doing other gigs or they're trying to go to different places. They're in the middle of everything. That's what the activists do. Tariq, he does movies, he makes video games. Tariq has directed a horror movie before. Tariq Nasheed, and I have no issue with this, that Tariq Nasheed has done all these different things. He speaks at certain events. He's been on Breakfast Club multiple times his own self, been on Fox News to spread his message out. Tariq is an entertainer. You know, he basically does entertainment work. So what Madhead was saying was absolutely right. Why come on Fox News if you're not trying to be some sort of leader? Even though Fox News shuts Tariq down, you know, they make, and I've listened to Black Authority again. I'm gonna go to Black Authority real quick. He basically was saying in his video today, or the show that he did, was he was saying that how TV One never mentioned Tariq Nasheed, and he's had documentary films that's made money, and they never acknowledged Tariq Nasheed. And to be fair, they've had documentaries on pornography that's made money all over the world, but you don't see the Academy Awards picking that shit up either. So, you know, with Jason Black was saying, you know, they're trying to blow Tariq up to be what? Tariq is a entertainer. Tariq is a fringe guy, just like Dr. Umar Johnson. A lot of people barely even know who Tariq is, unless you're on Black YouTube or you're in some social media circles. A lot of people don't even know who Tariq is because Tariq does not get out there and do no activist work. In fact, Tariq shits on, he's anti-activist. Him and Dr. Boyce Watkins is anti-black activist. So these guys, Boyce is supposed to be a intellectual, what you call that? He's supposed to be like some sort of intellectual, and he's supposed to be at the college, and he talks about financing. Now I know that he calls himself doing commentary on black culture. He does, but here's the funny part about it. This way Boyce was treating Dr. Umar, that's how Boyce was treated by Al Sharpton and Melissa Harris Perry. Years ago, if people remember, Boyce had a feud with Melissa Harris Perry and Al Sharpton. He had to call in, and they basically shitted on Boyce Watkins the way he's trying to do Umar. He was basically disrespecting individuals, his own self. So I see the hypocrisy with Dr. Boyce Watkins. He gets on there and he says, well, and this was the funny part. He says in the video that, you know, because they're black, you know, not everybody's your friend because they have the same skin color, is what Dr. Boyce said. Now, Dr. Boyce defended Cornel West when Cornel West was attacking Melissa Harris Perry, was attacking Al Sharpton, was attacking Barack Hussein Obama, attacking various black civil rights leaders, and Dr. Boyce aligned himself with Cornel West. This is what Dr. Boyce has done. So you see the people that Dr. Boyce Watkins aligns himself with. Dr. Boyce was fired years ago, people, from CNN. He was fired from CNN for calling Juan Williams a little Negro, Uncle Tom basically, and Bill O'Reilly shut his ass down. So from that point on, Dr. Boyce has been on the internet with Your Black World, and I guess he hooked up with Tariq Nasheed and, you know, Jason Black and, you know, I don't know, and Umar. And so all this, you know, disrespected the elders when this man has protected a known communist in the name of Cornel West. Tariq Nasheed, you know, he's like trying to justify Tariq Nasheed. And here's a side note, people. Tariq basically called Dr. Boyce a bitch in the show that he did. He basically said he was a bitch because when he was making threats to Umar that first night, he says, I'm not Boyce Watkins, I'm not Brother Polite, I'm not Sincetti. He went down the list. So basically he's saying he's the tough guy in the whole deal. He's the alpha male. He's the one that's the dominant force. And Dr. Boyce got his ass up on camera and he looked like a fool on camera. Dr. Boyce looked like a fool on camera because Tariq totally disrespected him. And they will fall out at some point because Yvette Carnell, and this was the second lie that Dr. Boyce said too, that he got rid of Umar because of Yvette Carnell. No, it was because Tariq didn't like Yvette Carnell. Tariq hated the shit out of her. So that was the reason why they fell apart at that time. So again, black leadership. Let's talk about black leadership. Those guys don't look like they could lead a fucking ant. Tariq cannot lead a fucking ant. Dr. Boyce couldn't lead an ant. And definitely Jason Black wouldn't be able to lead a ant his own self. So these are men, and there's other ones too. They have corporations. These are black corporations that they got. They're not no real activists. Yes, do they put documentaries out on black? Okay, fine. If you guys could take some stuff from it. Again, I don't discourage people to not look at, you know, stuff that other blacks do, you know, whether it's conservative, liberal, whatever, you know, friend shit, that's fine. But I laughed at Tariq and Boyce trying to explain away the shit that Umar was saying and how these men have supported the very cause, white supremacy, that they claim they don't support. And Tariq goes on mainstream white TV shows such as, of all places, Fox News. This is where he goes on. And boys, he was banned from CNN. And I hear Jason Black today, he was trying to clown Roland Martin. And he says Roland Martin, because his time is, I'm going to wrap this up. But he says Roland Martin basically was fired from all. That was what happened to Boyce Watkins. Boyce was fired years ago from CNN first. He was fired from CNN and he was blackballed from mainstream TV. That's why he formed Your Black World. Tariq is basically blackballed. They use Tariq as a punching bag. When they need a black boogeyman, Tariq gets balled on Fox News. Let's just be real. Tariq is balled on Fox News as a boogeyman for white people to be scared of. Look at this black guy, this divisive guy. You know, he's going to say white supremacy, and they talk over Tariq. They roast the fuck out of Tariq, and then they kick his ass to the curb, and they need to cut his mic. Tariq was talking that rah-rah shit on his stream the other night and the night before, when they basically do the same thing to him. Actually, what Roland did to Umar on his show, that's what they do to Tariq on Fox News. They do the same shit. Only places that Tariq has really a good platform to speak of is like places like Rock Newman's show. You know, it was on the fucking Rock Newman show, some internet show, or the Breakfast Club up in the East Coast, or places like that. That's where you really get Tariq at. Maybe some radio stations in Atlanta or in England. He says international, and people. Yes, Russia TV will let you talk. Russia TV or certain Swedish television shows will let you talk on their show. So he's not really saying nothing. I don't want you black people to get caught up with this guy's like some sort of big shot. He's not, you know, he's going around bragging like he's some sort of leader. He's not no leader. And he says there's no need for leadership because guess what? He knows that the black community is not fully on board with his ass. So him and Dr. Boyce got to say that these are guys also that's on the same level as Umar. You guys wouldn't have known who they were if you wasn't on the internet. These are facts. You know, Tariq's book that he got, the little pimp book, you know, that was years. I'd never even heard of the book. So, you know, shout out to Matt here. Matt here knew what he was talking about. Like and share this video, people. Peace out.